What is up, people, and welcome back to Geekin on Tech. I am your host, Didge, and with me, as always, is the homie Mr. Nerd with the Tech, Trayvon. How are you doing today?
Doing good. The weather seems to be getting better, but then they say we get ready to hit with more snow again. So I don't know what's going on. But finally can see the
Yeah,
grass now. It's about to go away again.
yeah, I get that. We definitely are facing a lot of the same. We had some warm days this week, and if I remember correctly, I thought I just saw them saying like, "Oh yeah, it's supposed to snow tonight." So we'll see what happens. It's fool's winter, as we like to say here in Wisconsin, or it's full spring,
ah,
where it tricks you into thinking that it's spring, and then you get another snowstorm, and we'll be going through that until probably like April.
well, I feel like maybe a couple years ago, I felt like the same was here because I was like, when is it going to end? I was like, when is it going to stop? So yeah, it didn't seem to want to go away. I
Yeah.
saw somebody said dig up that goddamn groundhog or something somewhere. Ran it somewhere.
Oh yeah. Didn't he happen to say what is it going to be 6 more weeks of winter on his end, or I don't really
Yeah,
believe.
something like that. But I don't really believe that stuff, but it's just funny. So I was like, somebody dig that bitch up. I was like, what? That was so funny.
Sounds like DJV said it's supposed to snow where he's at on Sunday, so
Ugh.
it's a pain all around. I guess let's start. Let's just get right on in. And as you can see from our headline, or at least our episode title, this news came hot off the presses at like 3:30.
Hmm.
So I wanted to get in and talk about it before we get into all of our other topics. There are shakeups at Xbox, and Xbox is shaking things up in a major way with Phil Spencer retiring, Sarah Bond is out, Matt Booty is becoming an AI exec, and Asha Sharma is your new head of Xbox. So a lot of things to take in. Asha, she is coming from Microsoft AI.
Hmm.
So it sounds like they are going full in on AI for better or for worse. But I'm curious just to hear from you. Like we have been talking a lot in Discord, and you weren't part of that conversation. So I wanted to hear from you. How do you look at this?
Um, I just hope everybody knows what they're doing because it's just getting to the point. I'm just like, okay, all right, y'all. Like this AI stuff, y'all get it's just getting a little too much. I was like, y'all letting it take over everything. Y'all are relying on it too much. And I was like, you're relying on it too much. You're probably hiring people that know how to do prompts more than
Mm-hmm.
actually do the work. And that is scary and a problem. And when the thing doesn't work, or if it malfunctions and you can't ask it a question, what do you do? Like does work just stop all the rest of the day?
You know
Like,
what? That's like another company. We'll
yeah,
talk about the
I
implications of
know.
that
That's why I said
later.
it. Yeah.
But no, I think yeah, like obviously Xbox has been having its issues over the past couple of years, right? And people have long been saying Xbox needs to shake things up. Now, I keep telling people when they have been saying that you don't want Satya Nadella putting his people in charge because you and I both know we work in tech, we deal with Microsoft on the other hand, and we see how far they are pushing tech or AI and everything for better or for worse. For matter how, if you come to them with an issue, it is AI, AI, AI. And I was like, as soon as this old guard changes, his people come in charge, it's going to be AI focused. So
What does
seeing
it
the
even
news
mean?
today, I
Like
don't know.
for them, like for Xbox. What is that?
So
Like,
obviously we had been seeing this stuff like they were doing like AI gaming companions and whatnot. So I don't know fully what where she's going with that. I will say in her first statement, she does say that like games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us.
uh,
Yeah, I get you. You start to be like, all right, do I trust what you're saying, knowing that you were head of AI for Microsoft before you got this role?
You know what's gonna happen? They're just gonna start using AI making these games,
Yeah, for
and they're
sure.
just not gonna tell us. Just like like was it Exhibition 33?
Hmm.
I feel like they should have just not even. Honestly, I was like, you shouldn't even told us.
I think in their case, they were trying to be forthcoming by saying, "Hey, we used AI to make placement art,
Mhm.
concept art. I
Yeah.
didn't even full on concept art. I think it was like placeholder art."
Mhm.
And I don't. I think they weren't expecting the backlash that they got there, which it is what it is. That's their fault.
It's so many other games using this damn shit. They're just not saying nothing. There's so many other ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate. It's I would prefer that they don't, but I think you're right. Where it's especially if it's something like placeholder art, where
Yeah.
all you have to do is now they probably told all their teams, "Yo, make sure you double check and we get all that out before it goes to you know demo
Yeah.
or Steam."
Yeah.
So you're probably right with that. I don't like it, but you just kind of got to live with it.
Yeah. I mean that's what it feels like. They're just gonna keep. I don't know. This is a weird thing, like for them to be so like putting AI in their titles. Is very much like I'm gonna be an AI CEO basically. I was like, what does that mean? You just
So
like
I
like
think I think that for them for Microsoft, I have to imagine everything that's been Copilot for the past couple of years. I don't know when she got the role for AI. It looks like she
mhm.
joined Microsoft in 2024, but I don't know if she was AI. I don't know if she was CEO of AI at that time. But let's say
Right.
she was. So for the past 2 years, everything that's been Copilot, I have to assume went through her.
Mm.
Which, for better or for worse, I think people who like Copilot are
Copilot is
probably
nice. Copilot is
satisfied.
nice. It's especially inside of like Visual Studio Code. It's cool.
Mhm.
It is great. It's great in there.
So
Um,
she's probably doing well in that regard, but she specifically says that her first job is simple to understand what makes this work and protect it. So I'm not sure how much she actually knows gaming.
mm,
Um, she could just literally mean that she is looking to learn Microsoft gaming because I know she's coming from Meta and Instacart. So neither of those are game companies. And for me personally, that's what worries me the most. I have long been saying that the thing that is the downfall of gaming is you let non-gamers be in charge of gaming and they make decisions with money in mind instead of gamers in mind. And
yeah, they won't
sometimes
care
those
about it.
don't, yeah.
They
So
won't care about the art.
no, of course not. And so I guess if we're taking her at her word, it is welcome that she said that games are and always will be art. It just at this point, do you believe her and do you believe Microsoft?
It's
Because
hard. It's hard. Like she's saying that with AI in her title,
mhm,
and it just looks. It just I don't know. It just doesn't work together. Like you say that, but we know everybody wants stuff faster too.
yeah,
Like everybody wants stuff faster, and they just assume AI is the thing to use to make everything go faster. Which, in some regard, sure. But when it comes to games, now look, I should be the last person to complain about this because I do complain how long it takes these games to be made.
right, right.
But I also don't want it to be done poorly.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
get you.
so I don't know. It's like it's hard. It's like yes, I want the games faster, but I also don't want them to be done poorly, and I want people to actually know what they're doing and not just people that can do prompts. Like
Yeah. What's also disappointing with this is it very much feels like Phil and Sarah were the last guard holding AI away from gaming.
yeah,
Because it's like it's crazy that the minute both of them are gone, and it sounds like both of like obviously Phil retired, and I think Sarah it says she resigned. I know there was questions whether or not she was fired or not. IGN is saying that she resigned, so I'm just gonna take them at their word. And it's crazy that the minute that they're gone, Matt Booty goes into an AI role. They bring in an AI CEO. It's like it really feels like they were like, well, who's on all in on AI? All right,
hmm
cool. You guys can stay. The rest of you guys either fall in line or get out.
I almost
And
feel like they probably was fighting. I'm just like, you know what? I don't care no more.
yeah,
It's like, it's like
yeah,
forget it. Yeah, that's sad, but I
It
don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how it shakes up now. Like, could they, they have all these studios that they bought and all that stuff,
yeah.
and we saw what Sony's doing right now too. Like,
And
so it's
yeah,
just
that's
like,
the other part. Like
yeah,
Sony's not having a great time right now either. Like they're messing up, they're closing studios and everything. It's gaming is, and it feels like it has been for like the past year or even more longer,
yeah.
at a crossroads. Like
It's a lot of
I don't know
fun.
where this industry is going to go, and that worries me and it makes me sad. But you
I
know,
just, I really hope, them closing these studios and doing all this stuff. I hope they're not in their mind. They're like, oh, we can just replace these people with AI. And I'm just like, I worry that that's their thought process.
I do fear for that, especially with Microsoft. Like I really do think that that is their MO, and I I want them to know that that's not going to be successful. Like
You can't rely on it like that. Like, yes, it can help. I'm not gonna say that like it can't help or
right,
be a tool or whatever, but it can't replace people. And
no,
I think that's the problem. And some of these companies think it can. I was like, I was like, okay, maybe normal tasks and stuff like that. I feel bad for those people that have a secretary or whatever stuff like that. Maybe they and probably will replace those people for that type of stuff. But when it comes to like people that actually you need their expertise, it's not replacing that.
that is true. And I guess just to put a button on this, because we don't know too much more information where they're going beyond after this. We just know that who's in charge and sort of, I guess, her initial thoughts.
Mhm.
I mean, Xbox will learn. I hope that it feels like Xbox has been kind of circling the drain for so long. They'll get stuff that gives them a lifeline. And I really don't want to see a day where Xbox fully dies or just becomes another Sega, just because it's already tough for, we're seeing with the Steam machine how tough it is for a new player to get into the market because of market just situations. And the more consolidation and it becoming a two-horse race essentially, and obviously PC, just it's not good for the industry.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how it goes from here.
It really will be. So on the flip side, and this is completely changing topic, Apple has a new event coming up on March 4th. It is not a keynote. It is not it's not going to be at Apple Park in California. It is an Apple experience in New York, London, and Shanghai. So it sounds as if they're going to be releasing their budget-friendly MacBook, which is the one that's supposed to be running on the A18 chip. Expectations are also that the new MacBook Pro with the M5 Pro and Max chips will be coming out. The expectations is that there may be new iPads. That's more so not fully expected. It's just like that would probably. And the last one is potentially an Apple 17e, or I said Apple iPhone 17e. And
Yeah,
I
Apple.
guess,
Okay, okay.
well, I guess that's more so just because it lines up with the 16e came out around this time last year, so they're just figuring another year it'll be out. Another iteration.
Makes sense.
It does. Are you interested in this at all? Like, are you here for a budget MacBook?
Not really in the MacBook. I'm sure this would be good for students and stuff like that. But I'm more interested in if they do the iPad, will they touch the iPad Mini?
So the rumors are more so around the iPad Air, which makes sense. It has the M3 chip, so you figure they're probably bump it up to the M4. I think they always stay like one M
Mhm.
series behind, just
I
so that
mean,
way
for me,
they,
I'm just thinking about it. Just more solidifies the iPhone Fold.
if they have it, or
If they do not touch the iPad Mini,
oh, okay,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, iPad Air, it's whatever. But I'm saying if they don't do
When
the
was the last
Mini,
time the iPad Mini was?
I don't know. I think it's been a while. I don't think.
I
Um,
think it hasn't. Here, and I can pull it up on the screen below. I think it has the M, at least the M2, but I could be wrong.
I didn't think it even had an M.
It for sure. I thought it had an. I
It's
thought
just
it had an
the
M.
A17 Pro was the last
Oh, okay. So it
October
doesn't have the M.
2024.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't have the M series, but
I didn't
that's.
think they ever put one in it. Yeah.
I thought they did. Okay, so I was wrong, obviously. But October. Okay, so October 2024. It's not too far ago, but definitely enough time to think that hey, either we need a refresh. But granted, I'm looking at the release dates for the ones they typically do a 2 or 3 year run in between.
Mhm.
So they could stretch it out to next year and still have it in line. But I can understand you saying that, this will make the MacBook or the
iPhone
iPhone
Fold.
Fold be more be more solidified, which I think it is. Like I there's been too many leaks. I just it'll be crazy if after all of that we just don't get it. I feel like it's more of a win, not an if.
Okay. No, I'm very excited to see it. But I told you,
Yeah.
I very much warmed up to it at this point.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it just depends on what the price look like.
Okay. So but not here for any of the new MacBooks. Obviously, like I said, the budget one that would be running the phone processor essentially and or the M5 Pro or Max.
No, you remember I tried the Mac Mini. I had the Mac Mini M1 or whatever, and that was cool, but it just too many tweaks and stuff you had to do to get it to work with streaming, and like it's just too much. I'd rather just deal with my Windows, and I still with my mobile Apple products.
Yeah, that's
And
fair. I
that's it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it doesn't seem like Apple has struck the streaming side of things. Like they're very much creator focused, productivity
Mhm.
focused, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know too many streamers who are using Mac products. Now obviously just mainly because how much gaming can you really do on a Mac? Though,
Yeah.
have you seen about that Game Hub thing for Mac?
I think I did see that.
So
Um,
I was going to put it as a topic, but then the more I was looking into it, the more I guess it's like app based, it's streaming, it's still not great. So
they're
I
trying.
figured, yeah, it's like
They're trying.
yeah. So I'm interested to see where it goes, but I don't think it's ready for prime time quite yet. But it's getting there. So maybe by the time they get to like the M7, M8, you can feel like you can go back and get you a Mac Mini and start gaming on it.
Yeah. It was
But
nice. It was fun. They had the peripherals they had on there. It was great.
mhm.
All that stuff was great. It worked well. It's just for streaming and like audio, getting audio through it and stuff. It was just annoying.
Yeah, I remember from when I had my Mac Studio that there was always just little intricacies that you had to find a workaround for, and I got
Yeah.
tired of that very quickly.
Yeah.
So that was what made me switch. I wouldn't mind having it for like a mobile thing, like if a laptop where it's like this isn't my streaming device, this is
Mhm.
just me taking it on the go or using it wherever. I may edit on the go or whatever with it, but
That's
it
how I use
was
my iPad. So
yeah, fair.
yeah.
It's very tough to make it my solo device, especially or my main device, especially because I stream most days of the week. It's just I wasn't built for it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Another thing that's got launched this week is the Google Pixel 10a. And have you seen the mess around this?
Uh, I mean, about it. It basically looks like the previous one.
Not even looks, it basically is the previous one. So obviously the
What AI
Pixel
updates?
it's very much software updates. It's the Pixel 10a is essentially the Pixel 9a, like even down to the way that it looks. The only thing that is different, I think, do I have the picture of the two still? The only thing that's different essentially from the 9 to the 10 is it's completely flush on the back. So there was a slight
Mhm.
bump on the back because of the camera. On the
On the
10, they
nine.
made it on
On.
the 9, and they made it a little thicker so that way now it's completely flush. But internally it has the same measurements, so the same actual
Mhm.
display measurements as well as the phone measure, as well as the like screen size and all of that. It has the same 60 to 120 hertz refresh rate. It's the same OLED screen. It has the same 5100 milliamp battery. It has the same Tensor G4 chip. This is
Oh,
literally the same phone again, just now it's a little thicker.
well, you said the processor is the same too. They didn't even.
Processor's the same in everything.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't really understand where Google was going with this.
More RAM.
No,
Oh God. Okay.
same storage capacities and everything. This is literally the same phone. The one difference from the display is it does have a updated Corning like glass, so it has
Mhm.
better drop resistance and scratch resistance, and it's slightly brighter. Like I think it's like
I'm assuming they're not selling the 9A anymore.
I don't
Is this
believe so.
essentially replacing it?
Yeah,
So that's the only thing that makes sense.
usually when the A comes out, like the next one, they drop that one.
Okay.
But I'm sure if you go to like a carrier or an electronics store, like a
Oh
Best
no,
Buy or
it's still up
something,
here.
they're still selling. I assume they had to be.
It's still up here. Yeah.
So that's bold because again, I've read through all of that. There's literally no difference. And let me see. I wish I had the picture side by side. Pixel 10a. I'll try to find it real quick, but I just don't understand what Google was thinking. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is, I guess. Here it is. I have it now. Let me share this screen. Oh, it's gonna come very small.
Change like that. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
My mic change or something.
So I'm glad they're labeled because here they are side by side.
Wow. Okay.
And so you see what I mean by like you can obviously see a little bit of the
Camera
camera like
bump.
because of that extra circle, like the camera's bumped out a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, on the 10A, it's completely flush.
That's really weird.
So I bring this up to say if you are looking for a new Pixel and you're looking to get the A variety, you're not trying to get the latest and greatest, so you're not getting like the 10 or 10 Pro, probably look at the 9A or even probably the 9, like the 9 or the 9 Pro, because they're probably cheaper now. You're probably better off getting those because the
Actually, you
10A,
probably well the 10A there, they always give the best trade-in deals to the newest phone. So you probably will get the newest one cheaper than the previous ones.
you think
More than
so?
likely. At least I'm in their website, yeah. The website they're giving you for 284 with a trade-in. And I think with the 9A, I didn't even see them offering
Okay.
trade-in. So they kind of took the ability away.
Which is probably their way of trying to get you to get it because they know nothing else is different. So, but even if you have a 9A, do not pay
Yeah, I don't
284
think
to
you
upgrade. Like
I don't think that's
it
yeah.
doesn't it makes no sense. And Google, do better, please, because this is crazy.
It is. Wow. Yeah. Good for them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird when they do stuff like that. Well, you would think they put something in it, more RAM, a new processor, something.
It
Like,
feels to me like they heard the rumors about the 17E and they were like, well, we have to have a new budget model as well. And
but they've been doing it every year. So why this time they like seem like they just took the same one and threw it back out there?
because
Weird.
remember the Pixel event and how much everything was software focused. I really
Mhm.
think their idea is that we do everything software anyway. This is just a shell so that way you can get the latest and greatest software. Now, I don't know how many features in Android 17 are not going to be available in the 9A. Like, I'm pretty sure that AirDrop feature just came to the 9A. So
Yeah, I
it's
don't. Yeah, I don't see how they would stop it from going to the 9A as well. Like I mean, that is the point of a Google Pixel It's
Right.
supposed to be able to get the, just
Seven,
like
I think
how the
it's 7 years.
iPhone can get, pure, it gets the pure Android or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. And Samsung and stuff have to wait because they have to, put their updates and their skins and all that stuff over top of it.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't fully know what Google is thinking here, but
I'm not
it
sure I'm as
is.
long as they'll be in the phone business, to be honest.
Ooh, let's talk about this. Why do you say that?
Yeah, I hear people say like they complain about these phones a lot. Like they're good for a while, then they break down.
Okay.
7 years of updates doesn't sound like it lasts that long. At
Mm,
least how they when they talk about these phones.
so
And like,
the
even some of the carriers don't even want to carry the fold. Like that's just a bad sign when the carrier's like, yeah, we don't even that thing not selling enough for us to order some of these. Like that's a
that is
problem.
fair. No, you are right. So then do you think that it'll just be Samsung would have to be the, I guess, flagship
Yeah.
of Android?
I mean, that's what they were. I felt like until Google wanted to step in. They
Well,
had their Nexus, sure,
yeah,
but like Samsung was the if you thought Android, you thought about Samsung. And then now Google was like, well, let us throw our little Pixel in here, and everybody's like, oh, okay, cool, pure Android phone, replace the Nexus.
that'll be interesting. Like, I wonder how much, because I don't know if I don't think they get any licensing. And Android is open source, so it's like I don't know if you're getting any licensing fee out of that. Like,
Not I mean, I feel like they have to do something. They say they work so close together, with the watch and all that stuff,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so I feel like if anybody has the way to take over to be the face of it officially, I guess it would be Samsung since they work so well together. So
that
I
would
don't know.
be. And
I just don't
obviously,
know.
Android isn't their flagship business. Like, they're still very much searching AI now. So,
Yeah.
it,
So
if anything, it wouldn't be like a company killer, but that would be a market shakeup because
mm,
even if
Pixel Fold is not very respected. I would say.
yes and no, but I think you get it because it's like they have worked very, very hard to now let you, when you think of Android, you think of Pixel and Galaxy. Now
Mm,
you may think of Galaxy first, don't get me wrong.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I think there is something to be desired with that pure Android, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, so it would. I'm curious of what it would have to take for them to just concede this defeat there.
Yeah. I don't know. This just right here. This felt like a lazy release.
Oh no,
Um,
you're
you
right.
know,
This felt lazy
just
as
felt
hell.
like
You're right.
I'm curious what the Pixel 11 is like. Like, is it drastically better, or is it more just it's software? Maybe the camera's slightly better. Like
Hmm.
what are they gonna do to it to make it worth it? And then, like I said, they put out another fold. Some carriers ain't taking it, so it's like
Yeah, that's it. You said AT&T wasn't right. I saw it on the T-Mobile site, so at least T-Mobile is taking it.
yeah, AT&T doesn't take it, which is so that was a shock to me. I said, oh, okay. They still have Samsung, so
That is really interesting. Do they have any of the Pixels?
yes, they have the
Okay,
regular ones.
okay,
Yeah,
so
the
it
regular
really is
Pixels.
just the fold.
Yeah,
That is
they
really
it's like it's
interesting.
almost feel like they don't feel like it's worth ordering any of them. They can order them and they never get sold. you
Yeah,
know?
and I haven't looked at phone market share, especially for the foldable market. I'm not sure how much the Pixel 10 Fold or even the older Pixel Folds were selling. To your point, that is a market that is completely dominated by Samsung. I don't hear many people talk about the Motorola Fold. I don't hear people talk about any
No,
other fold.
I do think it's
Obviously,
I do think it's interesting. Like everybody's going towards the form factor of the first Pixel Fold, which is
mm,
which is the thing that's get ready. It seemed like a Samsung get ready to do an 8 wide apparently or something, and then of course the iPhone is supposed to be wider,
yeah,
or whatever. So they're going more toward how the Pixel Fold looked when it first came out. That
yeah.
everybody complained about. They're like, oh, we don't like it as a look, but everybody's seeing it going towards that now.
I
So
wonder if it was just because theirs looked kind of clunky. Like, as much as I don't like the iPhone folds, purported design, it looks more sleek than that original Pixel Fold one does. I haven't
Perfected,
seen,
yeah.
yeah, I haven't seen the Samsung one, so I can't say if theirs do. But just looking at their other folds, it definitely does, and that would kind of make sense because both of those companies have had many more years of hardware design, and Google is very much a software company trying to get into the hardware business.
Yeah.
So, speaking of software companies trying to get into the hardware business, though, OpenAI is getting their entry into hardware with first coming a smart speaker and coming in 2027. They are also said to be working on smart glasses and a smart lamp. And this is all basically the culmination of their work with Joni Ive. So I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago about how we hadn't heard anything coming from that. So I guess it's a good thing to at least start hearing about it. Um AI powered smart speaker. I don't know. It's essentially going to be their, Google Home, their Siri stuff. Like,
Hmm.
there's not much I think that you can do to wow me with a smart speaker. I don't know if there's much you can do to wow me with a smart lamp. Like, I don't need my lamp to do much more than when I say, "Hey, turn on, hey, turn off." That's it. So
And I
I
could
don't
do that
know.
with a smart bulb.
Yeah, right. You know, it's I guess the smart glasses is the one device that would interest me, and that's because we're still in very much in an era where I am looking for the device like the Meta display, but with a better operating system. I don't think
Yeah.
OpenAI is giving me that, but more players in the market, I'm happy to hear about.
Their assistant inside the glasses would be better,
I
I would say.
mean, yeah,
You know.
probably.
Um, I don't know. I feel like the speaker and the lamp. I hate saying it like this, but I feel like it's just a way to catch up on Google's data. Like
Mm,
that's the way to put that in somebody's house, gather data, and they can catch up to Google. And I think that's the real thing here. Google has the most data. Um,
okay.
that's all I see it as because it's not something that I would like. I wouldn't even think about buying. To be honest, like a speaker or a lamp from OpenAI, I'm good.
Yeah, so the speaker itself, they're looking for it to retail between 200 and 300.
Absolutely not. See right there.
I mean, well, I think that's what the larger home pod is around. So they're very much trying to
Oh,
capture
okay.
that market.
Okay.
And the smart lamp, they're still unsure whether or not that will actually be coming into market. So I think that's probably like a hey, we're just want to do proof of concept type of thing and show that we can put this into other devices, but they're probably all in on the smart glasses
Hmm.
because that's probably the most juvenile market. It's just really meta out there, and they think, like you said, their AI assistant will definitely be better than Meta's.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
So
I mean, the smart glasses is the thing right now that I feel like I'm paying the most attention to. I
yeah,
already have the smart bulbs and lamps and a speaker and all that stuff. Now the glasses is my focus.
yeah, like you said with the lamps, you would have to get me like I just buy Nanoleaf ones. Like I have Nanoleaf bulbs in pretty much every light socket here. What are you going to do that gets me out of that ecosystem is would be the question. And
Well, my light company gave me a box of smart bulbs. I said, well, thanks.
oh man, I wish my company we energies don't like us enough to do that. They would never.
They came in here, did like an energy check. They were like, "Here's all the." I said, "Thank you."
Oh no, we energies would never. They probably try to charge me extra figuring out that I had the cheap ass company. I wish my company would do that.
Okay, man, giving out shower heads and everything, like better water efficiency. All
Nope.
that shit. Like I was like,
Nope.
yeah, come on.
Nah. Y'all elite y'all company sound like they care about y'all. We energies is like, look, when can you pay me next? That's all they care about. But we're talking about Meta and their smart glasses. Another thing that Meta is working on is a new smartwatch. So this is again coming by way of the information. They're saying that they're planning to release their first smartwatch sometime this year. Their smartwatch initiative was called Malibu 2, and I'm assuming it's still called that. And they're saying that it will have the AI and health tracking. So very much a competitor to Google Watch, Samsung Watch, Apple Watch, all of those, but with Meta built in. I think this is DOA.
I think the problem is compared to those things the other ones you just said, you usually buy them to go with the phone
Yeah.
because it would work right with the phone.
Yeah.
That is the problem when you have a random smartwatch or like Garmin, whatever other
Mm-hmm.
brand watches you can get. The problem
Mm-hmm.
is notifications don't work, or something won't work right. The apps
Or
won't work.
it's the requirement to build, or not even build, but the requirement to download an extra app where if you have an Android phone and you get the Android Wear, I think that's what their watch is called or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
now it
built
is. It used
in.
to be Tizen or whatever. Now they
Yeah.
combined with Google and did it together.
Yeah. So like you have that already built into your ecosystem. Same with the Apple Watch and the iPhone, where it's like, I don't need to worry about giving my information. Your health data is already crazy to be giving out, but to be giving it to a third party information, especially Meta, like
Yeah.
it's so. I think they have a very much of an uphill battle with this, but it's because, to your point, they just want all of the data, and I think they see themselves as the forefront of like AI hardware because of the success that they're having with their AI glasses. But again, going back to our last topic, I think it's because that's a market that's in infancy.
Yeah. Glasses works. This watch will not.
That's,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's the problem. That's it.
yeah, that's probably the easiest way to put it. I can't
I
imagine.
I feel like the most successful glasses will be the ones that eventually will come from Apple or Samsung or Google. They're making ones that work directly with their ecosystem.
Oh yeah,
That's that's when they'll be great.
when
So,
Samsung announced that they were working on glasses at that Android Wear event,
yeah.
Meta should have been shaking in their boots because, like you said, that was when I think iPhone took, or Apple took more of a look at it. Because now you're hearing Tim Cook talk about, well, we're exploring different ways of AI wearables.
Yeah.
And I think that's when they were like, oh, a real player is in the market doing this. Maybe we need to look at it. I really don't think that they cared when it was just Meta.
Hmm.
DJV, to answer your question, what are these glasses going to even do?
Be
If
fun.
they're I was, I was gonna say, do you remember Ned's Declassified with Cookie had the glasses that had the computer in it? In a perfect world, that's what we get. A little less clunky than his was, but I want a little screen inside that I could have at any point in time.
I think
It's
that'd be
very
fun. The notifications come up and I I'm looking at it. Oh,
mm-hmm.
okay. Just that'd be fun. I think that'll just be an
Though
exciting thing.
Though, to be fair, I think it was MKBHD who did the video of wearing the Ray-Ban display at
Hmm.
like when it's nighttime or like just when it's dark out. You can very much tell he's looking at that because it had a big white square, so you can very much tell. But it's, I think it's a next step. Like when you start talking futuristic stuff, that is something that when I think the future, I think of.
Yeah.
Now, I
Yeah.
don't know what that's going to do to our eyes. I will say I am kind of worried about that, but I mean
Hope it doesn't damage us.
these phone screens already. They said that I was reading an article the other day that said up to 50% of the world will be nearsighted by, I want to say it was like 2037, and it might even be sooner than that.
I mean, we're looking at our phones, we're looking at our watches.
Not
We look at
only
these handhelds now.
what's crazy is
Like,
it wasn't even that. They were talking about how too many people look at stuff in the dark and like
mm,
it's the you don't see enough. It was very much a you don't touch grass enough article because it was like the bright light of the sun. It forces your eyes to, I guess, to contract to like not
well,
let as much light in because
okay.
how
Yeah.
you said you could.
Yes, I go outside. So, so I barely see the sunlight.
Yeah, see, so I there it was a lot of that, and like you said, the screens definitely don't help or anything, but it was a lot of people look at stuff to not necessarily
I turn it
like,
on my phone, the blue light stuff
oh yeah, I keep the
at
blue
night.
light.
I have it. It's on the schedule.
My glasses are also blue light blocking. Like
Mm.
if you can, that's why if you look at it at certain angles, you can sort of see a blue tint to my glasses because yes, they be blocking all that blue light.
I think my contacts like that too.
I didn't know they had blue
So,
light blocking contacts. That's cold.
I think so.
I was just telling my mom I was thinking about getting contacts again.
I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna
sure.
have to I'm gonna have to tell them, yo, make sure my contacts are blue light blocking. Um, let's talk AWS. AWS
I think
and the
about 60% of blue violet light.
ooh, I'm gonna have to
The Acuvue Oasis. Those are the ones I
ooh,
have.
that's the one I used to wear too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, let's talk AWS and Amazon. Obviously AWS has had a slew of outages over the past couple of months, and the Financial Times have recently reported the underlying cause. So their most recent outage, which lasted about 13 hours, was because they had an AI tool called Kiro that determined it needed to delete and recreate the environment it was in. And so this AI tool, it's obviously there to, or well, Amazon was saying it was user error, not AI error. However, when you look at the permissions and everything that the AI had, they didn't have to necessarily talk to anybody to get approval to delete stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's doing whatever it was supposed to be doing, saw this batch of code and said, this shouldn't be here. It'll be more efficient if I wrote it in my way
Mm-hmm.
and deleted it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing here, people?
It shouldn't have OS level permissions or whatever it's doing. I don't think it should have that kind of access. That's what
It's
see, that's the problem. They get you trusting with this stuff.
they
That's the
do.
problem.
Someone probably, like you said, originally it probably didn't. And that's probably why Amazon feels comfortable to say, oh, it was a user issue because somebody probably got too trusting, got lazy, and said, I'm just going to let it live.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me.
Because I know that, with um I'm a little guilty of this, I guess. Because sometimes you get tired of approving it. They were like,
Mm.
you approve this? Approve everything in this session. Just go.
Oh, I wonder if
So
it was a
that
case
is an
like that.
option. That is an option. It does let you, at least I know Copilot lets you do that. So I'm like, that is an option. So,
Mm.
but then when you close it, I mean that's it. But I'm saying during that session,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
saying I don't have to keep hitting approve every time you do something.
What's
So
also interesting in this Financial Times article is that multiple employees said, "Oh no, this wasn't the first time this happened."
I'm sure.
It, they were saying that, "Oh no, they were just small outages," but no, they were entirely foreseeable because they were AI related, but they were small enough that it just didn't reach a wider public. So it's just like our infrastructure. One, we talked about it before with the AI, with the AWS. How about how it's crazy that so much of the global infrastructure is tied to this one, web services tool. But
And
it
this
makes
is
it
why they
even.
shouldn't play with it like this. That's the
Why
problem.
do you not have a test environment doing this?
Like it's if you know so many companies, there are so many companies.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon was you
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like you just can't do this. This is gonna cause so many lawsuits, so much people are gonna sue the hell out of y'all. Like you can't, you're taking out companies.
And
Right.
I'm really curious, like the fact that this has now come out. And I think the outage that they're talking about in this specific instance seems like it was largely relegated to China.
Mm.
But now that this information is there, people are going to ask about every other outage that you ever had. Like somebody's going to go back and say, yeah, you told me it was X, Y, and Z, but were you lying to cover up for your AI?
I lost 13 hours of sales or some shit like that. Imagine
Yeah,
that.
like,
Ooh.
whew. It's a crazy world we live in, especially AI stuff. Like I said, when I saw this, I was like, oh, I definitely want to talk about this because I talk a lot about how much it just baffles me how people are so reliant on AI, not understanding how it works, seeing it mess up, and still being like, oh, well, I could just fix it after the fact. And it's like, what are we doing here, people? What are we?
It can be very dangerous if you just let it just run rampant. Like it's just I don't know. I just feel like this will make maybe other hosting services step up. Maybe Azure and all these other ones will be like, hey, maybe we need to snatch up some of this business.
Well,
It seems like a lot of people on AWS right now.
it already
Majority.
is starting to happen. Like I was watching a video recently about how the EU is starting to look at more open source and more homegrown stuff because they want to get out of the reliance on West or US and Chinese just tech reliance. So they're looking at stuff like a more EU payment system. Amazon Web Services is one of the things, even down to where it was talking about Office suites. So it very much is going to be a situation where stuff like this is just going to refragment everything because it's going to be these things got too large. I don't know where I fit in this, like where my cog fits in the wheel, and if one cog breaks, do I really want it taking down mine?
Yeah, that's what's happening. It's wild when you hear about this stuff. Like, oh, what was the other one that went down not too long ago? That one, something else that hosts a lot of stuff too.
Oh, Cloudflare.
Yeah, that was wild too.
Cloudflare, I feel like goes down like once every other month, and sometimes it'd be quick outages where it's like, oh, it's out for an hour. But other times, like what was it? I think that was like back in October where it was out for like a day and a half. And I remember because it came through with we were using Tableau at work and couldn't use it for like 2 days. It was crazy.
Listen, I can only imagine what that's like. 'Cause I remember when this is different, but when like Verizon Internet went down at one time, I was like, my house is shut down.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, I can't turn on my lights or my voice. This is hell. Like I'm in hell.
Whenever Spectrum goes down, I literally wake like there'll be times where Spectrum, especially in the winter, where it just goes down overnight. Like if we got a lot of snow, and so I'll wake up freezing because I don't keep my heat on overnight because it's just like I don't got the money for that. So I'm already cold, and then I'm trying to like look at my phone. It's half dead because it didn't charge overnight. I'm trying to yell like, "Yo, Siri, turn on the lights," because it's dark in my bedroom. It'd be a mess. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. Hopefully Amazon, I guess, takes away that type of ability for these AI. I don't
I
think
hope
they
so.
will.
I mean, I hope they do. I mean, I'm sure this is costing them money, but somebody's probably like, turn it off. Like somebody like we cannot deal with this. Like turn it off.
Yeah,
We'll start suing
you
us.
could be right. It's we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
But let's talk this Rivian Apple.
What if it
Is it
don't let them
Apple
turn?
Watch
What if it
app?
don't let them turn it off? That'd be funny.
I mean, we hear about that. Wait, before we get into the Rivian stuff, we hear about that with other
That'd
one.
be
Like, remember
funny.
when we were talking about the who I forgot who was it that did the test where it said every major AI like LLM failed? Was it? I want to say it was Anthropic because I wanted to say I want
It
to say they
might
were
be
like,
Claude, maybe. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like they were like, yeah, even Claude failed, but they were saying that like in the essence of its demise, it went
It will
to
save itself.
It yeah, like they said
Mhm,
it went to terroristic threats, which
mhm.
is crazy. And it's like
It
that would
doesn't
have
surprise me. It
that would have
doesn't.
been my last day. Like, bro, we can't we this gotta stop. Cause
Yeah.
I don't get how you see that and go, but we good. Though. Let's keep moving. We'll put in a safeguard. Like,
Yeah. Dangerous. Give access too much stuff. It'd be a problem.
it will be. We're gonna get Mission Impossible 7.
That movie that scared me so bad. I was like, bro, that's where we headed. Like, ooh.
It feels like it sometimes. Like I don't know. I don't think we're quite there yet, but how trusting people are of AI, I could see how we could
All
get
you gotta do is give access to the wrong stuff. Like, we could be there. Like, that's all you gotta do. Yep. If it start analyzing us, imagine.
there.
Like, y'all are not. Mm-mm.
I don't want to see that. But tell me about this Tesla wireless EV charging.
I thought it looked cool because for me, all I thought about was I don't have a garage. Can
Yeah.
I put this in my parking space? That's all I thought about. I was like, this
Okay.
would be cool, and I just back my car up all the time. Like, I'm not thinking about a Tesla, but like if
Any
they can
electric
do
car.
it,
Yeah, yeah.
who else can use it? But I know they said just for cabs or whatever. But I was like, this
Yeah.
right now. But I was like, this idea, if you can make it like that, 'cause, right now, people can get the chargers but put them in their own garage. We don't
Right.
have a garage. This could be an option. This would be cool.
Right.
If you want to buy it or get it installed, like why not? It's my parking spot. I should be able to put it
Yeah.
there.
I
You
was
know.
looking at it too. Did it say how it's getting power? Like is it solar completely?
I think it's a wire coming from it, I believe, like from
Okay.
somewhere. So it would have to be wired some kind of way. But I'm saying I'll figure that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, fair
I'll
enough.
figure it out or something. It's
I
my
was
damn
just
house, my yard.
right, right. No, I fully
Yeah,
get you. Like I said,
yeah,
obviously it said it was completely for the robocabs right
yeah.
now, but I was when I saw it, you know, I was just curious. I'm like, how is it getting its power?
There was a wire coming from it, so it's coming from
Okay,
somewhere. But it's still like small enough where we just in a parking spot that you park back into, which is
right.
cool. I was like, oh, that's neat. I didn't think we would get to something like that because I think I put some else on Discord about those people that were arguing over the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
Mm-hmm.
I was watching. I was like, "See, this is the problem because they don't work, or they're really slow." Like that one person was sitting there was like, "Yeah, be here for 3 hours charging." I said, "Imagine being at the gas pump for 3 hours filling your car up."
I yeah,
No,
that's rough.
no.
Like I couldn't imagine. I remember when I was telling you before about like how they have the EV chargers at the
Hmm.
grocery store by me,
Yeah,
and I think it's like people they just charge as they're in a grocery store or whatever. You're
yeah,
expecting to be there 30 minutes to an hour.
right,
So, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and obviously it doesn't give too much more extra data.
right.
I do see the cable coming out of it, but
Yeah,
beyond that, is it just like
it's just that
is it just
square.
this little square on the
Yeah,
ground? Like
yeah,
so yeah, to
yeah.
your point, I don't even know if you have to
Really
go like
cool.
fully installing,
Yeah,
like you said, you would just have to run a cord
yeah,
from wherever
yeah.
and have it out there. So yeah, I do hope that this gets adopted by more EV companies. Like it obviously Tesla had to get a waiver from the FCC for it,
Right.
but
In my mind, I'm like, "Ooh, I can get that one parking spot, run the wire underground or whatever." And
uh-huh.
I can run it to my solar panels that I will have.
Yeah, fair.
You
You
know,
know.
that is my the thought process in my head. But yeah, that I thought that was really cool when I saw that. I was like, okay. Um,
Yeah, I'll have to look more into this. I'm curious about the technology behind it. But
yeah,
then on the other side of it, I see Rivian has an Apple Watch app now.
yeah, I think that's cool too. I'm happy that more than just Tesla is starting to have apps that can control it or start it or
Hmm.
move it. All that stuff. Like I always thought that was the Tesla has some cool stuff, and I've seen it where you get, the first thing there was a car that you could have it pull out to you, have the car drive to you a little bit, and
Yeah, yeah.
there are other manufacturers now that are starting to do that with some of their cars too. But I feel like Tesla was probably one of the first, to do it that way, where it was like on your phone or your watch, or it was cool. It wasn't just a key, like it was some a lot of cars have it on their key
Right.
fob or whatever, but to have it on your phone or your app or whatever, I thought that was really fun. And now Rivian's doing that too. Like I told you, Rivian's the one I'm like paying attention to the most
Yeah,
for these EVs.
I am too. Rivian's the one that interests me, especially with that new lower cost one.
Yeah,
Uh, Looking at the stuff that they're doing with this app, obviously it can do vehicle controls,
yeah,
um, lock the doors. I guess that would
yeah,
be like vent the windows and sounding the alarm. Stuff like
yeah,
that is cool.
yeah. I think that's great. I'm enjoying like Tesla had the thing where the card that you had in your wallet or whatever you get close to. There's just different things I liked. I was like,
Yeah.
I like this because I like that type of technology also, and like your house smart lock and stuff too. Like they have the different things now. You
Mm-hmm.
can get a smart lock where you just walk up to it and it knows it's you because you have a certain something in your pocket or something in your wallet or whatever. Stuff like that is cool. As long as it's secure.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean
you know,
that's the first thing in all of it. You want to make sure everything is secure, but more ease of use features, especially in an electric car that's basically all around software.
yeah,
It's welcome to see that they're modernizing it that way.
yeah,
But
yeah. I thought this was exciting for them to have. I was like, good for
yeah,
them.
I like I said, I am really excited for a lot of the things that Rivian is doing. Their R2 looks really good. I know
It does.
the R1T is also like obviously that's out already, but now you're starting to be able to find more of those used out there where
Mm,
you can get it for around the R2 price,
okay.
what they're purporting it to be. So that's really cool. But I think just I know as a country we're kind of trying to step away from EVs, which is very unfortunate because it's like fossil fuels is gonna kill us, but
Which, which is why I won't be planning on getting one for a couple years. But I'm just watching Rivian very closely and
I mean,
seeing what they do next.
I
By
do
the
think
time they
it's
get to us, it'll be
still
perfect for me.
fair. I do think it's still worth trying to get one. Like, obviously, if you have a car that you just got,
hmm
car prices is hell. So just maybe hold out for that reason.
I've only
But
had this car almost 3 years now. This one I got.
okay, yeah, I mean that's still enough time where you can keep that. But like, I know my next car is probably going to be an electric one, just because I think, and I don't want to get on like a soapbox about it, where it's like, even if the country, the people in charge are going to step away from it as a market, we can still force that change. And again, fossil fuels gonna kill us. Like, I'm not trying to die. So, but
Yeah,
before we get out of here, you got anything else you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. So I think it's weird that Tesla and the Rivian stuff is the most exciting,
Mm,
I guess, for me right now, and the prospect of the iPhone Fold. Those
yeah,
are the
that's
things
fair.
I'm like the most interested in. And we've been talking about 3D printers a little bit.
Speaking of
So
3D printers, I think I'm buying mine tomorrow.
oh, cool. Okay. Well,
I
look
was
forward
at
to
this
hearing about it.
yeah, I was at
Yeah,
Best Buy yesterday looking at it, and the box is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
I bet. Yeah.
So I was like, well, because I was ready to buy it yesterday. And when I looked at the box, because you got at the Best Buy by me, they don't necessarily have them all out. Like it's not on
hmm
display or anything.
hmm
And I was like, oh, I need to figure out where I'm going to put this first. DJV, I did not see this. There's robots doing wushu, and like that's. I'm gonna have to look that up after this. That's the robots in China, though. I be hearing a lot of stuff that they be doing. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be like, are y'all getting fooled by AI videos though? Like,
That's the thing. Like you watch so many, there's so many videos right now that you just like, I don't know if it's real or not.
which is scary.
Sometimes,
Which is very
yeah,
scary.
they look real. Some of them like,
Hmm.
I was like, hold on, they sounding too perfect. The voice ain't wavering. I was
Yeah,
like, maybe it's I don't know. We gotta pack it up.
yeah. You are right. But what is it?
That's who
There was
mom
a
think.
robot that was Duddy. There's no Deuce send that to me. I gotta see this. It's I need to see this. But before we get out of here, where can the people find you, Trayvon? They go. I don't need.
Nerd with the tech everywhere.
What was the? Are you don't? You're not finna have a robot twerking on you, Trayvon.
No, just say that's weird. He said it's weird and scary at the same time. I was like, this is
No,
we're
it's definitely
slowly
weird and
we're
scary.
slowly getting to our robot.
Which is,
Slowly get there. Well, kind of running there, to be honest.
I mean, I was gonna
And
say
Mr.
slowly is
547.
crazy.
But yeah, Nerd Tech everywhere. I can't remember. I think it's underscore at the end on TikTok. I don't know.
I
Y'all
feel like
fine.
that's what you said last time.
I don't really pay attention anymore. One day I'm gonna get the real one. And
Bully the person who got nerd with the tech. Tell him get off that username.
Much Ado About Nothing on Wednesday, and now we're doing a new like kind of debate show on Thursdays
Nice.
now. It was fun. The first one was yesterday. Got a little heated at first, maybe on my part. I mean, everybody else said they were cool. Liars.
Ooh.
But I know I was a little heated, and that's fine.
Oh my god, this robot is
And then
really.
this show on Fridays. So
This robot is really like. Hold up. Let me before we get out of here. Let me send this to myself so that way I can pull it up on here. Oh my god, this robot is really. I don't, bro. We are fast going to open to iRobot. You are right.
God, I love that movie. Don't want it to happen here though.
I don't want it to happen here either. But let me share my screen so we can see this. You can find me at DidgeD in all locations. I will be streaming sometime. I don't know when. Probably maybe tomorrow. Playing Star Wars Outlaws, some other stuff. I'm sorry. This threw me off. This robot is going.
I need to see this.
Like we leave into this. Until next time, peace out.
Bye.